Welcome back to the English grammar class. This lesson is about voice, active and passive voice of future perfect tense. I'm going to show you the formula of active and passive voice of future perfect tense. The formula of future perfect tense active voice is will or shall have plus start form of the verb. And the formula of future perfect tense passive voice is will or shall have been plus start form of the verb. Remember, the verb will or shall is commonly used for both the singular and plural nouns and all kinds of pronouns. Let us remember the rules. The position of the subject and object will be interchanged. A subject is a noun or a pronoun which comes before a verb, whereas an object is a noun or a pronoun which comes after a verb. The verb will change according to the tense formula of the voice. Both the negative and interrogative forms will remain the same in active and passive voice. Sometimes the preposition by can be replaced with at, in, with, to, etc. And also remember the pronouns in the subjective and objective forms. I in the subjective form changes into me in the objective form. We change into us. He changes into him. She changes into her. They change into them. It remains the same as it. You remains the same as you. Now let us learn how to change into passive voice through some examples. The formula is will or shall have been plus start form of the verb. We have to stick to this formula. Number 1, active. I shall have painted a picture. Here, I is the subject and a picture is the object. Will interchange their position in the passive voice. Let us change into passive. Take down a picture and then shall have been painted by, and I will change into me. A picture shall have been painted by me. Number 2, active. Will he have built a new house? This is question form. Remember, we have to change again into question form in the passive voice. We have to start with will in the passive form. Let's start now. Will take down a new house have been built by, and he will change into him. Will a new house have been built by him? Example 3, active. Why will he have missed the train? This is another question form which begins with interrogative word why. Remember, we have to use again why in the passive voice in the first place. Let us change into passive voice. Why will take down the train have been missed by him? Number 4, active. Who will have done this job? This is another question form which begins with who. Remember, who in the active voice will change into by whom in the passive voice. Let's change into passive. By whom will this job have been done? Now let us learn how to change into active voice through some examples again. The formula is will or shall have plus start form of the verb. Example 1, passive. A new house will have been bought by them. This is passive. Here the subject is a new house and the object is them. Subjective form of them is they. Let's change into active. We have to start with they. They will have bought a new house. Example 2, passive. Will a new song have been sung by Estelle Namte? This is question form. Remember that we have to change into question form again in the active voice. Here the object is Estelle Namte. Let us change into active. Take down will Estelle Namte have sung a new song. Number 3, passive. When will the problem have been solved by him? This is another question form which begins with interrogative word when. We have to take down when as it is in the active voice again. Here the object is him and its subjective form is he. Let's change into active. Since this is question form, we'll change back into question form. Let's start. When will he have solved the problem? Number 4, passive. By whom will the news have been read? Here the question begins with by whom, and by whom in the passive voice will change back into who in the active voice. And let's change into active. Who will have read the news? Number 5, passive. Different subjects will have been taught through online classes. This is one tricky question. There is no object, no doer of action in the sentence. But when we change into active voice, we have to find out the doer of the action. We need to start with the doer of the action. Let us assume the doer of the action as teachers. Let's change into active. Teachers will have taught different subjects through online classes. So this is the end of the lesson. Thank you everyone for watching, and thank you for your attention. Bye.